Hey, it's Ines from CAROBOT, and this is part 1 of your bedroom alarm system project. If you've ever wanted to come up with a way to be alerted when your parents or siblings come into your bedroom, this project is perfect for you. In this video, we'll be going over what modules you'll need, as well as how to properly connect your ultrasonic sensor to your Swiss cheese board. Stay tuned. For this project, you'll need your ultrasonic sensor, your buzzer, a red LED, a 9-volt battery and battery adapter, one of 4 buttons, and your jumper wires. You will also need this CAROBOT setup, which we learned how to make in part 1 of the DJ soundboard project. This will be used to contain your Swiss cheese and allow you to hold your modules in place. You will also need to download and install CAROBOT and the Swiss cheese library to program your board. A link to both videos will be provided in the description box below. Now that we know what modules are needed and what tools are required to build this project, we can dive right in. First, we'll start off by understanding how the ultrasonic sensor works and how to properly connect it to your board. The purpose of the ultrasonic sensor is to measure the time it takes for a sound wave to be shot out and reflected back into the sensor. Then, by using the time it measured for the wave to travel back and the value of the speed of sound, the distance of objects away from the sensor can be accurately calculated. This picture illustrates how the sensor shoots out sound and then receives the echo reflected back. On the left side of the ultrasonic sensor, we have the transmitter, which shoots out sound waves at a sound frequency that's too high for humans to hear. This is similar to using a dog whistle, where humans can't hear the whistle, but dogs can because they have better ears. On the right side, we have the receiver, which collects the sound waves that were shot out and reflected back as an echo after they hit an object in the distance. On the bottom of the sensor, we have 2 connectors called Trig and Echo. The Trig connector, which is short for trigger, is associated with the transmitter that shoots out waves. Since it is shooting out waves, this connector is an output connection when attached to your Swiss cheese board. On the other hand, the echo is associated with the receiver of the sensor. Since it is receiving the wave into the sensor, this connector is associated with the input connection on the Swiss cheese board. Now that we know which is which, we can connect the sensor to your Swiss cheese. An important reminder when you're connecting your jumper wire to your module, make sure that these grooves here are facing this plastic connector so that they fit in just like this. If you do it the other way around, you may break that plastic connector and damage your module. To connect your ultrasonic sensor to your Swiss cheese board, first place it into your CAROBOT, and from underneath, you need to connect 2 jumper wires. The connector closest to the sensor is your echo connector, and the one furthest is your trigger connector. Once you have that carefully in place, you can move on to the next step. Next, since we know that the echo connector on your sensor is associated with the input connection, we'll take that jumper wire and connect it to input 0. And then since we know that the trigger connector is associated with an output connection, we'll take that jumper wire and connect it to output 0. Just like that. This is just a quick close-up to show that the echo has been connected to input 0 and the trigger has been connected to output 0 on the Swiss cheese board. Now that we know how the ultrasonic sensor works and how to properly connect it to our board, we can work on creating a program on CAROBOT to see that it works. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check out the next video.